Hello, and welcome to the podcast. Liz,
Hi,
also known as
Lizzie215.
Alicia, also known as AK47. And we get together and knit every week, so we might as well just record this.
We figured we'd start with what we've been working on or what we have finished recently.
Mm-hmm.
I only have a whole. I have a
Oh.
half-finished object.
That's not terrible.
No.
What's it called?
This is Girl on Fire by Cookie A. We knit them, we started together. But as you will learn about me, I am Capitana Tortuga. I am a very slow knitter. And plus, I am the mom to 2 minions. So I don't have as much time for knitting as some people who are retired.
It's probably me. I am retired. I stopped working a long time ago, so I knit a lot. Mine are done. I'm not wearing them, but I love that knit.
Yes.
It's a Cookie A, top down.
It was my first top-down sock.
What do you think of it?
I've always made toe-up socks. I really enjoyed it. The pattern's fun. This, if you're wondering about the yarn, is Schmutzarella. It's Daring Nerve and Chivalry, I believe.
And it's showing up really nice. That is the true color.
Oh, here we go.
And I love that you did Girl on Fire in some fiery red
Yes,
color.
it's Daring Nerve and Chivalry. I actually had that right. It was knit on collage square yarn, or square needles, which I do like because they make a gauge slightly smaller.
Where'd you find them?
I bought them online. I don't know where. I buy most things online.
I'm wondering if it was those Spokane purchases you made.
It might be, Paradise Fibers in Spokane.
I'm sorry about the lighting. We're using natural light, and the sun is out here in Seattle, which is rare, especially this time of year. And it's doing its own thing.
So this is Schmutzarella yarn. She's a local dyer here in Washington, and this was Dude.
Yeah, we got
fingering
that
weight and
Maker's Mercantile.
We did.
You've been to that LYS.
It's a nice one down south.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we are down south now, so it's not that far.
I have recently moved into a southern Seattle location.
Yes.
So I'm closer to more stores now.
Yep.
I was only close to one store for a very long time, and that was Seattle Yarn in West Seattle. All right, I have a finished object. She's got a half-finished object, and I've got finished. And they're on my feet. Can you see them? Yeah. So this is Desert Vista Dye Works. This is Off to See the Wizard. This is Megan Williams' pattern. Thoroughly impressed. And yeah, I am thoroughly impressed that I finished them. I'm doing the knit along with the Desert Vista Dye Works, which is every month you finished a project. Whether it's mittens, which you have to have closed glove mittens with a thumb gusset and thumb, or socks. And they have to be adult socks, at least 3 inches on the leg. There's lots of stipulations in this, but you try to get one finished object per month. So I finished mine. And I still have a week because, do you even know the date today?
Today is the 27th of March.
Okay, it's the 27th of March. We probably should have said that at the beginning. So I figured this next section, which would be a work in progress kind of section, we kind of want to link in our aptitude towards science.
True.
We have a scientific background. She still works in the field. I don't, but did. So I was thinking lab work.
Sure, lab work sounds good.
Right?
We'll try it. Why not?
It seems like that was my favorite part of schooling, actually. Anything hands-on.
I like lab work, did not like writing the lab reports.
Yeah, so let's not even call anything lab reports because that would not make it a happy
lab work is fun.
Yeah.
We got to break a lot of things in college.
We
Alicia
did.
and I went to college together, so we broke a lot of things in college.
Yeah, we did. We kept our lab people busy.
Yeah.
I don't know about happy, but definitely busy.
First thing I'm working on is, see, like my stockinette zombie bag? I'm working on skews.
Oh, hey. And that's actually a stockinette zombie knit along right now. Yeah. So they have, they're doing a knit along that's 8 weeks long.
Mm-hmm.
And every week they're doing a section. So I think the first one was the toe section up to some point.
Note to self, go look at the stockinette zombie notes.
And Megan of the Stockinette Zombies has made a billion of these socks and has fitted them for all kinds of size feet. So she has all kinds of ideas as to how to modify to make them fit because they only come in one size. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yes, they do, but I'm actually an 8.5, so I figured I could make that. I was going to
This
make
could
a
work for
sock.
So we have found that if you are a bigger sock, like large in some way, you have to go up to a DK weight.
Oh, you do? Oh, no. But so yeah, I'm a...
Or a sport weight, make a bigger sock on bigger needles, so you can use the same pattern, but it'll come out bigger because you're using bigger dimensions.
So I can't remember the designer's name. I believe it's Alana something.
I'm gonna be casting on soon too, so I should.
And so
probably
yeah, so
know
I'm
this,
trying.
but I
I'm trying to
don't.
do these 2 at a time, which you know me, since I am Capitana Tortuga, makes it go even slower.
Mm-hmm. But you'll have a finished object when you're off the needles.
Yes, I do like that part of doing 2 at a time socks.
Happy.
And
what size needle are you on?
I am on a size 1.
Okay.
These are Hayas.
Is that 2.25?
Let's see.
2.25 millimeter?
Yes, you are right. 2.25 millimeters. Yes, I forget because not everybody lives in the US of A. And these are my Hayas long 40-inch circular needles.
Excellent. Do you always use 40-inch or do you use a shorter one ever?
For 2 at a time, usually 40-inch I find is the best length.
Okay.
At least for me. And then so I put a little sock. I have a little marker here. This is where I'm at right now. And then you can see how slowly I don't progress because I'll move it.
I like it. It looks like it's got a Yoda on it.
It does have a Yoda. I'm a big Star Wars geek, so it says, "May the Force be with you."
Nice. It's going to be a long one.
It's going to be a long one, so I'm going to need the Force on these socks.
And what yarn is that?
This is,
Can we see the skein?
yeah, I have 2 separate balls.
Is it self-striping?
It is, no, it's just hand-painted.
Okay.
And it's a Nano Stitch Laboratory, another local dyer. We got this when we went to the Norwegian knitting event at the Norwegian library in Ballard.
A suburb of Seattle. There we go.
With a very strong Scandinavian heritage. Mm-hmm. And this has no color because it was just a one-of-a-kind, one-off.
No colorway name?
No colorway name, yeah.
Oh, yeah. We found it in the $10 bin.
In the $10 bin. So we were all about sale yarn.
That's going to be beautiful. I like those colors.
My next project that I'm working on with Alicia is we are doing Pool and Conquer. You can pull out your Pool and Conquer. Yeah, because that's pretty much all I have.
This is in a Tom Bin bag.
Yes, my Tom Bin
bag. You can see through at the bottom.
I love Tom Bin stuff. It's not cheap, I will admit it, but it will last forever, and it's local.
So no shipping.
We can actually go to the store and look at the stuff and touch it and buy it.
Yep.
And he makes a lot of cool. He actually worked with who did he work with to make all the cool knitting bags? I think it was Knitty.
Sure.
I think in conjunction with Knitty.
But I have it. It's called the Swift.
Right. He made a couple. There's this large Swift. There's a small Swift. Mm-hmm. They're all the project bags. I like them because I can tell my husband that they're stuffed. Because they are stuffed sacks. My husband's a huge hiker.
Yeah. And
then he doesn't feel like I'm buying too much knitting stuff because we all have. Well, I don't know if we all have, but sometimes our husbands look at us like we're crazy.
I feel like this is as big as my head.
Yeah, so that's Alicia's colorway.
This one's mine. This one's Holy Moly.
And mine has some German name, Grau M&Ms, and hers has more colors. Mine's just black and purple, so it's kind of hard to see. It's a very dark purple and black.
It's really pretty.
And the yarn, it's Wool Misa.
Yeah, we got Wool Misa at a local shop here in Issaquah, which is about 20 minutes
east of Seattle. The shop's called the Nifty Knitter. Please, you
check them out.
Check them out. They're very nice.
And they have a lot of Wool Misa. Whether it's a DK or a fingering weight or this lace weight, they have those 3 sizes right now.
Yeah. And so we're doing Pool and Conquer
by Martina Bem. I love her. I love her patterns. I love her ideas of how to wear things. She has videos how to wear all her stuff,
right,
which is really cool.
The cool thing I like about her is she always has interesting construction.
She really does.
But it's still very accessible for a beginner knitter because most of her stuff is just
knitting.
It's very little purling.
There's a lot of garter stitch now.
Garter stitch.
See it? So it's growing. It's not in the round. I just happen to be in the middle of a row.
Yeah.
Is yours in the round?
No, mine's not in the round yet. So basically, we're going to keep on going on this pattern until we have...
It can go over our shoulders.
So that could be anywhere
from... For me, is a lot of room still to go. I'm gonna have to go up a couple cord sizes, I think, in my interchangeable.
Yeah, so that can be anywhere from like 8 to 12 color repeats. I think Alicia and I, when we worked it out mathematically, is going to be something along those lines. So we will keep you up to date.
Yeah, we found that our tension's a little bit different from Martinez. She said that she had 100 stitches at her first repeat of the full loop of color.
And we each had about 120, close to 120.
Yeah, I think I was at about 116. I really like the material I'm making. I really wouldn't call this lace weight. So if you were going to cast this on with another yarn, we used the yarn she used because, well, Misa, it was in town. I think I would use a really light fingering. It looked like it worked out to be about 525 yards per 100 grams for this skein. So you get about 470 in a normal fingering weight. So you're really not that far off if you just get a light fingering weight. Or use fingering and maybe use a 4 instead of a 3. Or wait, what are we on? Are we on a 5?
We are on, I will tell you in a minute.
I'm paying attention. I've just been knitting.
Yep. We are on a 5, which is 3.75 millimeters.
Okay. So I would go up to maybe a 6 if I went up to a normal sock weight yarn. All right. So that's Pool and Conquer, and we're doing that together. No time limits.
No time limit.
I'd like to finish by June something because I'm going to a retreat, and this could count for the retreat knit-along.
I have no time scheme. No time scheme.
But she's been cheating.
I have been cheating on Alicia with this. Well, I don't like to, you'll learn this about me, I do not like to have more than 3 projects on the needle because then it's too much. I'm a completionist. I have to finish things. Mm-hmm. So they may take forever. It's a sickness. I'm okay with it. But again, I don't have that much time.
Otherwise, we get together once a week and we knit together, like literally together. But yeah, hers is a bit further along than mine right now.
And it's okay. She'll catch up.
You working on something else in your bags of bags?
So I have Minion 1 is 3, and since I'm Captain Slow, I have started knitting her blanket for when she goes away to college. And I decided to do the Hexie Puff blanket.
It's a little far off.
Yeah, just a tad. Unless
we educate her really fast and get her going. And she could be those geniuses at 15 years old that we knew in college.
So I started making her the Beekeeper's quilt blanket, the Hexie Puffs. It was a really big thing a couple of years ago. I don't have any Hexie Puffs with me. I don't have any finished ones, but I've got lots of mini schemes because this is what I do in between when I just want something easy when I feel like knitting but don't feel like looking at a pattern or having to memorize 4 or 5 steps.
Knitting.
Yes, very mindless
satisfying.
Knitting. And so I have probably about 45 Hexie Puffs out of...
And how many do you need?
Like hundreds. I haven't even worked it out, okay?
I think it's 300 something to be...
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds.
I think just to make a twin bed. And I probably want to make it full size, but we'll see. But again, you know what? I have 15
dorm beds
years.
are small.
I have 15 years to do it. I think I'll make it.
I hope so.
Yeah. And it's a good way to use up all the fingering weight yarn. I like the objects that fingering weight yarn comes out with.
I do too.
So most of my stash is fingering weight yarn. And we all have those ends because you never use everything in the socks.
It's true. Because I don't do toe up. You could go until your socks. Yeah, but how long
are you not going to be wearing knee-high socks?
That's true. Oh, I didn't talk about my bag.
Oh, yeah, your bag.
So that was another one of her Tom Bin bags
with
the clear bottom. This one's the charcoal colored one. They have little attachments so that they can actually hook into your other bags.
Yes.
The interior of the Swift by Tom Bin has 4 places you can attach these bags to.
You can attach little Notion bags too. I do have Tom Bin Notion bags that go, so I stuck all my cable needles.
And this is the color of my bag. Can you see
it can go in there.
Yeah.
And this is just one size. They've got a smaller size. They've got a longer size. So.
This I got from the last retreat I went to last year. The Stockinette Zombies hold a retreat every June. Oh, Amy's mom, who is Silver Shed, this is her bag. So she made 200 of these out of the kindness of her heart for everyone who attended last year. And this was the colorways, the mini set that we got in the bag. for the goodie bag, which this was the goodie bag that held all the things. So, I love her bags. This one is like a shawl size. I love it. I think our shawl that we're working on together is going to grow out of it in good time. But for now, I'm cool with that.
That's because we're making the poncho size. Not
It's
the
true.
shawl size.
We're making the poncho. It has to go over our shoulders. It's going to be ridiculous. Maybe use the whole thing, which is 1,700 yards. It's crazy. My other work in progress is a shawl that I'm doing with beads. Now, this is my first attempt at beads in a project, and I didn't have a crochet hook for the first 104 that I placed.
It's because she didn't ask me.
Thankfully, Liz had one, and she's let me use it. She's been so gracious. It's a clover, and it is number 10, which is a 0.75 millimeter. So it's got a cover over it, so I don't break it, I'm guessing, because it's tiny. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. There's a hook on there somewhere. I use a crochet hook for placing the beads. I'm about 30%
Ooh, I haven't seen this. This is a first for me to watch today, too.
And I'm not in the middle of a row, so you'll get to see the whole thing.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that gorgeous? Let's see if we can catch the light somehow. Yeah, you're good.
Wow.
So it is called Enchanted Rose, and it has the rose from The Lion King under the glass, like cloche and everything.
What yarn are you using for that?
I am using Knit Circus.
Ah, great. It's a gradient. Beautiful gradient.
Let's see if we can catch some of that in the light. It's purple on the outside that came all the way down to the pink that I'm on right now. Note to the world, I hate pink. All of it. Any of it. Hint of pink. I can hardly stand this lavender color that's in my shirt right now. I love purple. I bought this for the purple. You can see that, but it's going to be awesome. I'm getting into a burgundy-ish color right now.
The burgundy's pretty.
And it's becoming more pretty. For the first couple clues that we got, I'm thinking, oh my god, when is this pink going to end? But I'm getting better at it.
And you're knitting, this is, what is this project called?
Enchanted Rose.
Oh, that's
it's a mystery knit along, and we're on the 4th clue. The 4th clue came out last Wednesday. It's a big one. I might have put this away as soon as I read that clue and said, you've got to be kidding me. We're using double the amount of yarn that we've used in the first 3 put together. First 3 clues, you use like 31% of your yarn, or 35% of your yarn. And then the 4th clue came out, and you used 97% of your yarn.
And I'm assuming it's not just garter or...
No! After the 2nd clue, I was talking to Annetta, who's also knitting this with me. We've been texting back and forth rather than using the boards as our personal forum. And we have the same notions most of the time. Mm-hmm. So both of us at the end of clue 2 were like, how much longer can we do lace both directions, right? Because we're doing purl 2 together through the back loop, and
what? Oh, well, that explains why it looks so pretty.
It is really pretty because of it, but I hate it. But every time we see somebody else put out a picture, we're like, oh, okay, we can handle this just a little bit longer. It's be good. Well, I told her not even to look at clue 4 yet. Because she's still in clue 2.
Oh, she's on clue 2.
So maybe she's watching it now and has realized why I said that. 97% of our yarn will be used up at the end of a week of knitting.
How many clues is it total?
5. So our next clue is only 7% of yarn. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm going to get out of the fume hood. And I'm not going to vent anymore.
Get out of the vent hood. Alicia likes to vent about patterns a lot.
I do. I think that's going to definitely be a segment, is from the fume hood.
Yes.
Alicia is the
venting.
only one who's in there.
Alicia venting.
This. Are all my projects on US 5s right now? Okay, US 6, 4.0 millimeter for the shawl. The beads are 6.0. Since you brought up you have a project that's going to take a long time.
What, my hexie puff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, years.
I think we need a section for things that are going to take I think it should be a thesis or something.
Ooh, we
Right.
can call it the thesis segment. Liz, how's your thesis
How's
going?
your thesis coming
I have
along?
completed 2 Hexy Puffs in the past 4 months. Yes, I like this. The thesis segment.
It's going to be painful and long, and we're going to wonder why we even started it in the first place. That's this project for me. It's in a beautiful bag.
Oh, yeah.
This is the National Parks bag. This was done by Amy Beth of the Fat Squirrel Speaks podcast. I've been to three of the parks on here. There's a lot of parks that aren't on here. But I've been to volcanoes. And then there's Crater Lake, which has a great story. Maybe sometime I'll be able to tell you about it. It upsets my husband a little bit when I tell the story. And then I've been near Zion National Park. I wish that said Arches, because I've been to Arches. Yeah. So anyway, national parks, yay. I hope they make it through this current political turmoil we're in. So support your national parks if you can. I know proceeds from this went to support the national parks. They have a couple shirts out for national parks for the Science March that's next month.
Oh yeah, they do.
So check that out. Let's get in and see what's going on in here. I am 2/3 of the way through this project, which I started in September. I don't think my brother's gonna watch, but this is for my brother. He's turning 40 this year, and I thought that, I could do something big. Oh, this was from another class we took together. So we took the beading class together 2 years ago, and I'm finally casting on something for a bead thing. The other one we took was double knitting.
Bacon Fairy!
Bacon Fairy was our glorious teacher. Star Wars, here we go. Oh, yeah, there's some lettering even. Did you see that? No, that's upside down.
Yeah.
And then you have the Death Star.
Oh, the Millennium Falcon looks
the
awesome.
Millennium Falcon, which is inverted. It was supposed to be that direction on this side. Do you see that double knitting, peoples? I really like the dark side better. Okay. Now we got some more spaceships. And more wording. And we've lost our screen again. And then this is the light side. The Imperial forces? No. Is that the good guys? Who's the good guys?
Imperial is the bad guys. The Rebel Alliance.
This is the Rebel Alliance side. Right? So, oh, yes! Boba Fett's little hat. And then some shooters. And then an X-Wing.
Blasters.
Okay, blasters. See, I'm not the Star Wars fan. No, my brother is. He'll love this. Tauntauns. I know those. Yep. And then a lightsaber. And then their little emblem. So
right.
Yeah, it's a lot of knitting. Double knitting. No mistakes so far, except for I inverted the Millennium Falcon.
No, that's not really a mistake.
That's
That's character.
Yeah. So 2/3 of the way done that way.
So what's the last panel?
The last panel is the Imperial Force side. Okay. So this will all be the bad guys.
Okay.
So there's AT-ATs here, or
AT-ATs,
AT-ATs, which I call AT-ATs. And then whatever their equivalent is, Stormtrooper helmets will be on the other side. Yeah. It'll be fun. Different emblem. I think that's inverted, so it'll be a solid colored lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that is my thesis. It's supposed to be done next week. It's not going to be
When does
done.
your brother turn 40?
On April 3rd.
Oh, so that's okay.
Yes. I messaged him this morning, let him know it was going to be late. Didn't tell him what it was, but that I cast it on in September. I did have a little yarn kerfuffle, though. I misplaced my yarn for a solid month and stressed daily about it. Yeah.
But you
Found it. Cast on my 2nd and 3rd skeins. It's going to take 6 skeins. It's on a US 5, which is 3.75 millimeter. It's on Cascade 220. The Heathers. It always reminds me of a movie. Is that what the movie was called?
Yeah.
Heathers?
Yes.
Yeah. So color number 9600 was the cream color, and 9465 was the brown color.
I've been participating in the O-Loops knit along that she's been
It's a monthly one.
Yeah, it's a monthly one. So basically, you finish, at least one object a month. You don't have to use. She's a yarn dyer out of Spokane. You don't have to use O-Loops yarn,
but you can. There's two threads.
There's 2 threads. So 2 finished objects threads for either stuff done with not O-Loops yarn and then stuff done with O-Loops yarn.
And she's gonna have prizes 6 months through. You're done, and every month I think she's drawing some.
Yeah, she draws little prizes. I somehow won the first month, so I got a cute little tough woolen like lanolin hand lotion bar thing. So
do you like it as much as Lolo Bar?
Do I like it as much as Lolo Bar?
Lolo Bar is a local to us.
I like Lolo. I like the way because it came in like a little mini deodorant, so I thought that made it a little easier to use every day. Mm-hmm. And the scent is lavender apple. It's not exactly a scent I would have bought myself. Lavender puts me to sleep, which it's supposed to do, but so I don't buy a lot of lavender things.
I'm gonna close this bag so she doesn't smell my lavender sachet.
But no, it's really nice and it works. My hands are always dry.
Yeah, mine are too.
So, and I have a ton of Lolo Bar. I have Lolo Bar stuff in every bag.
We're Lolo Bar fans. We're fangirls.
Yeah. So, different sizes. I've got little mini
every
ones.
bag.
Yeah, like I said, every bag.
Do you have a favorite scent of theirs?
I like the red clover. Alicia thinks it smells like...
It smells very strong.
Alicia thinks it smells like dishwashing
liquid.
That's what she's told me numerous times. So I try not to use the red clover around Alicia.
And I use the passion fruit. That's very strong. But I like to use it in my knits.
The passion fruit is very fruity. Oh, this one's really light. I like the vanilla moon. That smells really good. This Nalu smells really good also if you're looking for something non-flowery. This is more like sandalwood scent and stuff. So I bought this pack of like the samples, which are awesome. So you can try out as many scents as you want when you get the sample pack.
Yeah. So. And I think they did boxes, like mystery boxes or something for a while.
Do they still do that? I don't know. I haven't checked the website in a while. I know I once they did a mystery, like they do mystery boxes quarterly.
Ah, okay. And then you get a couple cents in there.
You get a couple of cents in there. They'd send you other things locally from other people. So like necklaces or...
can you see that? Barmaids.com, www.bar-maids.com. All natural stuff. I see coconut oil, beeswax, grapeseed oil, cocoa butter, olive oil, sweet almond oil, lots of oils, some vitamins E, C, and essential fragrance, essential oils. So I like them because, well, you probably like them because you can have it around your pets and your kids and you're not afraid that...
Yeah, especially my kids. Everything goes in their mouth.
Yeah, it's going to be eaten.
It's going to be eaten.
It's just the way it is in these houses that we live in. So I have a needle adjacent project. Ooh, sorry. Scraps from the last 4 socks I've done with Desert Vista Dye Works, which was the finished object I showed at the beginning. So that's the current one that I just finished, and that's Off to See the Wizard. The purple, green, and black stripes with the zombie colorways. I love zombies.
Yeah, the zombie colorways are pretty awesome.
The little DK sections. This one's called Sushi. It's got a wasabi color in there, a salmon kind of speckle colored in there, a solid salmon color, and nori, which is the black color. You're going to sense a theme here pretty soon. This is... this is Reservoir Dogs, which was one of my husband's socks that I made. It's got all the misters in there. So Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, Mr. Blue, Mr. White, Mr. Brown, and then their suits, which were black.
Because there's no
Sensing
Mr.
the
Black.
theme, that's the third colorway that has a black stripe in it. And then the 4th colorway, which it has sparkle. I don't know. Oh, you can kind of see it.
Stellina?
Yeah, this is H.P. Lovecraft. Husband loves horror and scary things, and he really liked the book. or the series of books that H.P. Lovecraft has put out. I think Cthulhu is the one that this one features, I think. So there's a light blue, a green, an orange, a red orange. I guess you could call it red, but it kind of looks orangey. And a black stripe. So I'm going to cast on with Liz on US 1s, which is 2.25 millimeter, to make skew socks as well. But the DVD stipulation is that you have to cast on April 1st or sometime at the beginning of the month, and you can only knit on your sock during that month. So I have to wait to cast on, but it's ready. I'm ready.
So when's April 1st?
Saturday?
Today's the 27th. So, yeah, maybe Saturday.
I think in the end you'll notice that we're going to knit a lot of the same stuff, but at different time intervals.
Yeah, it'll be different paces, definitely. I rarely finish anything first. You'll always see probably Alicia's finished object first.
Yeah, that concludes our content for this time. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for finding us. I'm very curious to know how you found us. Right now our group is full of friends that we've met in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we have a group out there on Ravelry that's called Lupin About. Lupin as in the flower, which is a wildflower out here in the Northwest. So thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
And join us on the Ravelries. We have a couple knit-alongs going on. And we'll see you on the boards.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.